the attempt by NDC MP for South Dai and co-sponsor of the Anti-LGBTQ Bill, Roxanne Nelson Dafiameko, to get an Accra High Court to order President Akufo Addo to receive the bill and signify whether he will sign or not has hit a snag. The MP is seeking an order of mandamus directed at the President and got the court to expeditiously hear the matter. Today in court, the Attorney General was expected to address the court on points of law, but only yesterday the AG's office filed an affidavit in opposition, which would delay the case a bit further. Member of our Legal Affairs Desk, Kweku Asante, was in court. He joins me with more on this one. Kweku, take us through the proceedings in court today.
Well, so today we expected the Attorney General himself or his representatives to come to court and explain why the court should not make an order directed at President Akufo Addo to receive the Anti-LGBTQ Bill and act on it. But the Attorney General has elected to file a last-minute process which is going to delay the case a bit further. At the last time the court sat, the Attorney General and his representative did not give any indication as to whether or not they were opposed to this application. In fact, the only thing they said was that they were going to offer some legal expositions that will guide the judge in making a determination on this matter. But today, when the case was called in court today, the senior state attorney who represented Godfrey Dame-Yeboah in court today said that the AG has now filed that affidavit in opposition and a statement of claim which has been served on the Member of Parliament and his lawyers in court this morning. And the lawyers say they will also, as it were, look at the processes that have been filed and make some responses. So Aisha, the case has now been adjourned to the 29th, where both parties would have all filed their processes by then. The court will then listen to them if they want to hear from them orally. And then, if the court elects to do so, can offer judgment the very day or adjourn for judgment.
Is the lawyer of the MP happy with the way the case is going?
Well, I've been putting some questions to Nick Akufo-Addo on what exactly the pace that the case is going. Mind you, this is a case they filed an order for expedited hearing to get the court to expeditiously hear the matter, and it's now slugging with a lot of adjournments every now and then. But Nick Akufo-Addo seemed to be satisfied with the way things are going. His lawyer for Roxanne Nelson Dafiameko, and he says, so far, so good.
A fresh matter, and we were to go by the normal court processes, we would actually not be in line to be heard by now. But as the court has been very gracious, because of the application for expedited hearing, as you can see, all of us are trying to file our processes on time. The only thing that was of a bit of a surprise today was the fact that the Attorney General, who had indicated at our last sitting that they were not going to file an affidavit in opposition, but were going to come and argue on points of law, have now filed a formal affidavit in opposition and their statement of case. So we would have to take a look at it. We looked at it in the court. We were served in the court. So we had a look at it, and we believe that there are a few points that we want to deal with. And so we would file a response to it, which the court has graciously given us. And so barring, I don't think that there will be any reason why on the 29th we cannot move. We've already moved the motion, so then the court will take the motion. The court may decide to give a ruling on that day, depending on where the fact that we had all filed our processes. Or if the AG or anybody wants to make a supplementary point, they will make the point. But as it is now, clearly we are on course. I believe that the motion is moving well.
Clearly the anti-LGBTQ bill is being held in the balance. Your clients and the NDC MPs have made a strong case for why this must be expeditiously dealt with. The bill was passed somewhere in late February, early March. It's almost the end of April. There don't seem to be any decision on this. So some would say that whilst you want this expeditiously heard and decided on, there's really nothing going on.
Oh, clearly there's a lot going on. We brought to the attention of the court the letter from the Speaker. We brought to the attention of the court the letter from the Speaker of Parliament. And so that was an important point because Parliament has responded to the letter from the Office of the President. And in our opinion, that even strengthens our point that without the intervention of the court, nothing would go on. So allow the court process to proceed. You have to get you see, a decision cannot be made when all the facts are not before the court. And so it will be unfair for us to let the court proceed when there are matters that are still outstanding that must be brought to the attention of the court. The AG has filed his processes. We filed our processes. we've sought leave to respond to processes filed by the AG. So on the 29th, there should be no reason why the court will not go ahead, either to give us a date for the decision or maybe to give us some further directions.